Hello and welcome back to Drift. In today's episode, we're going to do a variety of different things. We're going to do some exploration, we're going to do some cave diving, and we're going to focus on unlocking some new research tags. So, in the last episode, we created this outpost out here attached to a pink crystal cave, and this is going to be our battery processing plant, basically. This is where we're going to get most of our pink crystals to make batteries, and I figured a nice little outpost here would be great. So let's just kind of finish up what we're doing. Let's put away and organize the stuff that we need to organize, get what we're going to take home, and then we're going to head out. Of course, we're going to bring this chip that we found in the cave, because we're going to put that into our long-range scanner, which should be working now. There had been an update during the time between this time and the previous episode where the problems that we were having, that we kept mentioning how the long-range scanner wasn't working, has been fixed, and so in this episode you'll get to see it work. We'll be doing that shortly. Once again, we're looking at the big old room that we made the long-range scanner for, and I don't like that it's open on top. I want it to be closed off. I want oxygen to be flowing through it, so we're gonna go ahead and work on that real fast. So first we're gonna set down our oxygen generator. So it's already in place. Once the roof gets put on, it'll start making oxygen for us. We're just gonna come on inside, fill it up, and then as you can see from our oxygen meter, it is fully enclosed. So as you can see there from the screen, we now have data going through it, and that card will now provide us information about an orange crystal cave, which is going to be great because we've been needing orange crystals pretty badly. So I'll go ahead and start the scan and start looking around. And it does work. I unfortunately miss the marker, the icon. It is directly above my head, but I will not see that for a couple episodes at least. So even though the long-range scanner is working, I'm a little bit frustrated because I'm not seeing any orange crystal caves appear anywhere. And so I was worried that it was broken once again. But I did end up finding something out there, and we are going to focus our sights on it soon enough. There it is. A little question mark out there in the distance. Unknown marker, 24 kilometers away. We got our visor repair kit, so in case we hit any asteroids that breaks our visor and threatens our oxygen, we'll be able to fix it. We've got plenty of batteries, plenty of life support. So this is the farthest we have ever gone from our craft. Slightly not far enough though. I was 44 meters away from an achievement. And sadly, I just didn't go far enough. So I'm keeping the footage here and just speeding it up for you to kind of show you just what the journey was like, all the different things that we saw along the way. And night starts to fall on our little planet as we go farther and farther away. And then suddenly we see it pop into view. This gigantic island, much larger than anything we've discovered thus far. So it actually is a couple different islands, and as we see on the lower one, there's some ruins there, similar to the ruins that we saw on the other sand island. Then as we crest over the hill of this one, we see even larger ruins, something definitely interesting that we're going to want to check out. And I'm glad I brought that emergency air sealant, otherwise we would have been quite disappointed to have come all the way out here only to die. But look at this temple. It's got this portal on the inside. Definitely some kind of precursor technology, some alien civilization that has been here long ago and disappeared. And this is just a part of what is to come. There are plans for more functionality and more things to discover in these areas. I believe that there's plans for that portal to do something eventually. But for now, it's just something cool to discover and find and work around. So I tried going underneath the island because I was looking for the source of that question mark, but that question mark is actually dead center inside this floating island, so going underneath proved nothing. It's a beautiful little structure, and now that we have outposts, I'm going to want to eventually come out here and build an outpost on this rock, because I know that eventually there's going to be more stuff and more reasons to come back here, and it'd be cool to have a little home away from home out here. I'm going to take one last look at this portal. I'm going to try attacking this little crystal on top just to see if it gave us anything, but it didn't. And we're going to take one last little look around this place, and then we're going to just head on home and work on some other stuff. I was disappointed that there were no crystals to be had here or cards to be picked up or anything, but it was fun to explore. So now we're cutting back to a little bit later. I spent some time just collecting some iron. Didn't feel like it was necessary to show you just the waiting process, but those mining drills are fairly nice. You can just kind of set them and forget them. Or in my case, you can set them and go make a cup of coffee and come back. So we're going to put away all this iron, and then we're going to put away the stuff to make the drill, but we're going to keep that over here. And we're just going to clean up our inventory before we get started on the next thing, the next big project. And what is the next big project? We have the ability of unlocking advanced tractor beams, so that is going to be our next venture. There were a lot of things added to the research station in the sand update, and we've been plugging away at trying to unlock all the different things, and it's been about it's gonna be about 7 episodes before we can unlock every single thing from the time that the sand update came out. So we've been working through all this content pretty steadily, and it's been interesting seeing all the different things that were added and that we can make. So here I am. I'm just going to make a couple crystal circuits so that way I can start getting crystal processors made. Crystal processors are made of 2 circuits plus a blue crystal and a charged blue crystal. So they're fairly expensive. And in these next few nodes of the research, they are going to be one of the major components, so it wouldn't hurt to build quite a few of them. There we are. We have unlocked the crystal anchor, the crystal tractor beam anchor. And I don't know how useful that's going to be for us. We by the time we're close enough to reach the crystal, or the anchor, basically the tractor beam anchor, typically we have enough momentum to pull us the rest of the way there. So I don't know how useful it's going to be. Here we are. We're now looking at what else we can unlock, and we have this large crystal batteries, which is very much within our grasp. The one problem is we are running a little low on pink crystals. So let's go ahead and get some oxygen, get some batteries, get some food in us, and then let's go ahead and go out and find ourselves some pink crystals so we can make this advanced battery pack. Or we could start researching this advanced battery pack. Anyways. So there's a pink crystal cave back there, which is where our outpost is. But that's pretty far away. So we're gonna check out this pink cave instead. A little bit closer. So I wasn't paying attention, and I was looking at my phone while we were traveling through, and smacked into that asteroid, even though it was very avoidable. And you might have noticed that I didn't bring any sealant with me. I looked into the locker, grabbed myself some food, and then closed it, but I didn't bring any sealant, so all I can really do is use my carbon filter as much as I can to keep myself alive for as long as I can. But there was a glitch, and it turns out that a few of our caves, namely this pink crystal cave, have changed, and this is now an orange cave, which, don't get me wrong, I love. We needed orange crystals like it was nobody's business, but right now I needed pink crystals, and this is very inconvenient. So I died. So now I have to go grab my stuff. So thankfully I have this leftover tractor beam and propulsion unit and all this stuff, so I can just pop that on real fast and go out for the rescue mission. But yeah, I was very disappointed in that cave changing over to orange right when we needed pink the most. So we made it safely back. So we're going to go ahead and collect our stuff, and then we're going to mine this cave for its crystals, but we're just going to skip ahead in the footage. There's no need to follow my every move in here. But just know that we did end up getting about 150 orange crystals, maybe a little bit more, because we came here earlier. But yeah, it was quite an impressive haul. This, yeah, you can see the orange crystals there. But yeah, this upgraded sonic pickaxe head has really stepped up our crystal gaining game. So on my way back, I stopped off at this multi-crystal platform. I think it's always a good idea if you've got the inventory space. They're just gonna respawn anyway, so might as well, right? So here we are. We're going to just unload our inventory real fast, and you can see our bounty was plentiful. But you can also see that we are running low on blue crystals and orange crystals, or blue crystals and pink crystals. The only crystal we seem to have a decent amount of is the green. Even the orange we still could do better on. So now we've got enough processors so we can get the build range extender, which I'm not going to make much use out of at the moment. Probably a little bit later when we do some more outposts, that might be a little more useful, but I feel like there's other tools that could be better used in those slots. So once again, just farming some crystals while I can, trying to get as many pink crystals as I can, because that research node for the crystal batteries requires quite a few of them. But we're going to try to get that done tonight before the end of this episode. So the next research node for the multi-tools is some tool customization, which sounds interesting. Not really sure what that's going to be all about. By the time of this voiceover, I have unlocked that node, but I still haven't done anything with it. I'm still not sure exactly what is entailed in the tool customization, so still a lot to learn. Well, let's go ahead and start researching that. And it's pretty nice that our next two nodes are crystal launch pads and crystal drills, both of which seem like they're going to be really cool and something worthwhile to research and make. Once again, we need more microprocessors, crystal processors. Those are quite expensive. But here we are, we're gonna just look through all this stuff that we've unlocked, and the inertial dampener override is really what catches our eyes. The crystal battery pack is pretty cool, and we're gonna try to make that as well, because that's going to give us a much larger capacity for charges. There we go, we put in the materials necessary, and that's going to create the crystal battery pack. And there we have it. So we're going to go ahead and attach that, but yeah, we're going to replace the standard battery pack, and we put that on, and we see that our battery capacity has increased, and now a pink crystal battery can give us more than halfway, which is good. More efficiency is always better. But yeah, so we're going to have to get some more pink crystals and blue crystals and all sorts of things. But we'll be doing that in the upcoming episodes. But anyways, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Drift. If you did, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.